In France, secondary education is in two stages. Colleges cater for the first 4 years of secondary education from the ages of 11 to 15. Liquor copywriters provide a 3-year course of further secondary education for children between the ages of 15 and 18. Pupils are prepared for the baccalaureate copyright. The baccalaureate copyright can lead to higher education studies or directly to professional life. Organization of the school year. The school year starts in early September and ends in early July. French school holidays are scheduled by the Ministry of Education, by dividing the country into 3 zones to prevent the overcrowding by family holiday makers of tourist destinations such as the Mediterranean coast and the ski resorts. Lyon, for example, is in Zone A, while Marseille is in Zone B, and Paris and Bordeaux are in Zone C. In contrast to the practice in most other education systems, the various school years in France are numbered on a decreasing scale. Thus, pupils begin their secondary education in the 6th year and transfer to a liquor copyright in the 2nd, while the final year is the terminale. In French, the word for student is usually reserved for university-level students, while college and liquor copyright students are referred to as a copyright lovers. The curriculum is standardized for all French public institutions. Changes to the program are made every year by the French Ministry of Education and are published in the ministry's Bulletin officiel de l'éducation nationale, the official reference bulletin for educators. College EE. The college EE is the first level of secondary education in the French educational system. A pupil attending college EE is called collège copyright or collège copyright. Men and women teachers at the college E and liquor copyright E level are called professeur. The city of Paris refers to a college EE in English as a high school. Entry in 6th year occurs directly after the last year of primary school, called Cours moyen du and a copyright E. There is no entrance examination into college EE, but administrators have established a comprehensive academic examination of students starting in 6th year. The purpose of the examination is evaluating pupils' level on being graduated from primary school. Curriculum equals, the table at the right details the French curriculum. Along with 3 to 4 weekly hours of physical education, a typical school week consists of some 26 hours of schooling. French language and literature occupy the most time, for Euro 5 hours per week, followed by mathematics, 4 hours per week. Other subjects occupy some 1.0 to 3.5 hours per week. The curriculum is devised by the French Ministry of National Education and applies to all colleges in France and also for AEFE-dependent institutions. Accordé copyright mise and individual schools have little margin for curriculum customization. Teachers compose syllabi per precise government educational regulations, and choose textbooks accordingly. Every major French publishing house has a textbook branch. Process and purpose equals, each subject is usually taught by a different professor, or teacher. Most teachers teach several different age groups. College EE pupils stay in the same class throughout the school year, and in every subject, so each grade is divided into as many classes as necessary. The strong belief in teaching in mixed ability classes means that streaming is rare. Class size varies from school to school, but usually ranges from 20 to 35 pupils. Each class has a professor-principal who is the link between the teaching staff, administration, and pupils. Ultimately, the role of the college EE is to prepare students for the advanced subjects of the liquor copyright E. At the end of the troisième class, students sit for le diplôme national du brevet, an end of college EE examination. The brevet is not required for entrance to the liquor copyright E, nor does passing it guarantee that a pupil will progress to the higher level school. During the last concealed class of the year, held in June, teachers and administrators decide whether or not a pupil can progress to the next grade. In deciding, they evaluate the student's skills, participation, and behavior. 3 outcomes are possible: the student progresses to the next grade. His or her redoublement can be required. He or she can, in specific cases, be offered to skip a grade and be promoted 2 grades. A student asked to repeat a grade can appeal said decision. The decision of the Appeals Council is final. Carte scolaire. French parents are not free to choose the state school that their children will attend. Unless the children have special learning needs, they will attend the school allocated to them by the carte scolaire. Reasons for attending a state school which is not their nearest include studying an option unavailable in the school to which they were originally assigned. For many reasons, many parents consider the allocated school inadequate, particularly if they do not like the idea of their children mixing with some of the other pupils at the school. This is especially the case in poor neighborhoods with large foreign immigrant populations. In any city, there are better liquor copywriters in colleges, which parents would prefer their children attend. The two main methods used in such circumstances to get children into a school other than their assigned school are, paying for partly subsidized private schooling. Having the child choose an unusual option available only in the preferred school. A similar trick is used in cases where some classes in a school are seen as better than others. For organizational reasons, students taking certain options are grouped into special classes, which may be academically attractive. These typically include classes taking German as a first foreign language, or Latin or Ancient Greek as options. Liquor copyrightee. The liquor copyrightee is the second, and last, stage of secondary education in the French educational system. The city of Paris refers to a liquor copyrightee in English as a sixth form college. A pupil attending a liquor copyrightee is a liquor copyright N or a liquor copyright N. Until 1959, the term liquor copyrightee designated a secondary school with a full curriculum directly under the supervision of the state. Then from 1959 to 1963 any secondary school with a full curriculum. Older liquor copywriters still include a college EE section, so a pupil attending a liquor copyright E may actually be a college copyright GEN. At the end of the final year of schooling, most students take the baccalaureate copyright diploma. Liquor copywriters are divided into the liquor copyrightee GAR copyright NA copyright RAL, leading to 2 or more years of post-Euro baccalaureate copyrighted studies, the liquor copyrightee technologique, leading to short-term studies, and the liquor copyrightee professionnel, a vocational qualification leading directly to a particular career. General and technological education courses are provided in standard liquor copywriters, while vocational courses are provided in separate professional liquor copywriters. In practice, competent pupils at a vocational liquor copyrightee professionnel can also apply to take short-term, post-Euro baccalaureate copyrighted studies leading to the brevet de technicien super copyright RIA, a vocational qualification. This option is also available to pupils at a liquor copyrightee GAR copyright NA copyright RAL. Liquor copyrightee GAR copyright NA copyright RAL and liquor copyrightee technologique equals, in France. The liquor copyrightee GAR copyright NA copyright RAL is the usual stepping stone to university degrees. During their year in second, students make their final choice of ZAR copyright RI for the final 2 years. During the second, students mostly take the same courses, despite having different academic skills and interests, so it is usually thought to be an easier year than either the Premier RI or the Terminale. General streams. After the second, most French students choose a general course. In all courses, some subjects occupy more hours in the student's timetable. The baccalaureate copyrighted examination is different for all 3 ZAR copyright RIs, and subjects are weighted according to the course taken. According to the official statistics, for the 2003-2004 school year, 33% of students chose ZAR copyright RIS. 19% chose ZAR copyright RIS. And 11% chose ZAR copyright RIL. All students take philosophy courses in Terminale, while French language classes end in the Premier RI, excepting the ZAR copyright RIL, where they become French literature classes, where pupils are to study 2 books during the year, from French writers, or foreign books translated into French. There also is a required option for further specialization in all ZAR copyright RIs, although it is restricted to the chosen course. For example, a student in ZAR copyright RIS can choose to specialize in mathematics, physics, SVT, or engineering sciences, but not in philosophy. A student in ZAR copyright RIL can choose to specialize in one of his foreign languages, a third foreign language or a dead language such as Latin, one of these arts music, theater, circus, plastics. Specialization adds a separate, weekly 2-hour class in the chosen discipline. Also, it increases the weight of the chosen subject at the baccalaureate copyright at. The syllabus in the specialization class is unrelated to the material learned in the common class. Specialization plays no role in the choice of a post-secondary career or subject at university, except for a few courses aimed for students from a given ZAR copyright RI that can also accept students from other ZAR copyright RIs if they have taken a given specialization. Technical streams. The liquor copyright includes 8 other streams, called ZAR copyright RIs: Technologics, Sciences et Technologies de la Gestion for the June 2007 bac exam, Sciences et Technologies de l'Industrie et du d'art copyright développement durable, Sciences et Technologies de laboratoire, Sciences mar copyright eco-socials. The name was changed in 2007 and became Sciences et Technologies de la santé copyright et du social, Sciences et Technologies du produit agroalimentaire, Sciences et Technologies de l'agronomie et de l'environnement, Techniques de la musique et de la danse, Hotellerie. The STPA and STAE stream are only available in liquor copyright as agricoles, specialty schools for agricultural sciences. Liquor copyright e professionnel equals, the liquor copyright e professionnel leads to several different vocational diplomas. The courses are designed for students who do not plan to continue into higher education. The vocational training is for craftspeople and involves internships in commercial enterprises. The courses are suitable for students who are more interested in a hands-on educational approach than in academic schooling. French secondary education outside France. See also: Baccalaureate copyright at, Grants à copyright Coles, Education in France, Agency for French Education Abroad. References. External links: French Ministry of Education, Bulletin officiel Centre National de Documentation par Copyright Pédagogique website, The School System and Education in France.